What's going on, guys? It's the easy, breezy, LHeezy, and I'm bringing you a little quick episode of will Chris Paul be able to bring the Houston Rockets a championship? See if he can do anything with James the Beard Harden. See if they can pull off a championship. I know sometimes before when I've simmed like a season with a different club, the Rockets have actually won the league. So we're going to go and see if Chris Paul going to the Houston Rockets is going to make them a better team, or if they're going to have some chemistry problems and shit. So it isn't looking really good at the moment. They're on 7-7, just over 500. They should be able to do alright. But in real life, I think this could be a decent move for the Rockets. It's either going to be a hit or a miss kind of move, because Chris Paul and James Harden both need to handle the rock too many times in it. So like one of them's going to have to give up more of the possession of the ball. I'm going to reckon it's going to be James Harden, because Chris Paul is still like the better passer, the better point guard, and James Harden is a much better scorer. So it just makes more sense. And if they can work that shit out, I reckon that they will dominate this shit, and they could probably get to the conference finals and put up a good fight against the Warriors. Don't think they'll beat the Warriors, because the Warriors are far too good with KD, Clay, Steph and Draymond. Even though I don't like him, he's an absolutely beastly defender. And as you've seen there, Chris Paul got injured, which is why I left injuries on, because it is actually a realistic thing that can happen, because he is quite injury prone, and we don't really want that shit to be happening in real life, but it could do. And as you've seen, he did get injured for 4 months, so it looks like we're actually doing better without Chris Paul at the moment. I think James Harden is just taking over the team now, and he's just making it his team. But that's what I mean. It could either be a hit or a miss, because they both want to handle the ball. They're either going to choke that shit like or they're going to win and win big shit, because Chris Paul does need to do some shit in the playoffs, to be fair. He barely does anything. He hasn't even got to a conference finals yet, and I think he can do that with James Harden, to be fair, because the beard can help anyone get to that part of their career, if you know what I mean. So yeah, put in the comment section if you think this is going to be either a good thing, or if it's going to be a bad thing for Chris Paul to be going to the Houston Rockets, and if it's going to be a good thing for James Harden's career as well, because he's going to have to give up the rock. He's not going to get the stats he got last season, where he got 11 assists and nearly 30 points. He won't be getting quite that much. I'm going to say he'll probably still around the 30-point mark, but he'll only get around 7 assists. I reckon Chris Paul will get nearer to the 10s, but he'll only be dropping like 17 to 20 points. That's what I reckon will happen. And the Houston Rockets do have some good fringe players, like role players. And if they get Paul George, then that shit is unbelievable, and they have a much better chance of actually beating the Golden State Warriors this year. I would love for that shit. I really want Paul George to go to the Cavs, because I like the Cavs, but if he goes to Rockets, it'll be just as good. So yeah, as you've seen there, Chris Paul's came back from injury, so we've whacked him back in there so we can start the playoffs, see if he can do anything in the playoffs, see if we can actually get him to a conference final and what have you. So yeah, as you've seen there, Westbrook won the MVP, which is obviously the thing. Kylo Quinn, Hassan Whiteside, D'Angelo Russell, all these man got there with like awards respectively and shit. I didn't really show you him that much, because we wrote about CP3 out in this bit, but he didn't even get into any of the all NBA teams, to be fair. James Harden got into the first NBA team, I think. So yeah, we're going to go start this little playoff thing. We're going to see what's popping, and we have got the Memphis Grizzlies. We did come third, I think it was, which is quite good, to be fair. But then again, he did come there the year just gone, and adding Chris Paul, he should at least be shooting for second or first, but it doesn't matter. Third place is alright. We did get through the first round quite easily, but now we've got the Golden State Warriors, the absolute beast, and it is 3-1 at the moment. So I thought, hell nah, I want to simcast this shit. Hopefully we can make it 3-2 and stay in the tie, but we'll see what's happening. And we're doing decent at the moment. We've got the lead, but now the State are just gonna come out of nowhere and just blow us up and just murder the shit out of us. So yeah, it was a 1-point game, close as hell, but unluckily we got beat by the State in the semi-finals. Couldn't do anything about that shit. So yeah, we're gonna see who's gonna win the playoffs, and this time it's going to be the Cavs. That's what I'm talking about, boys. Why couldn't you have done that this year? But never mind. So yeah, Levy got the player of the playoffs and shit, MVP playoffs, and Chris Paul obviously could not take the Rockets to the championship. Well, that's what 2K think anyway, but they might do a bit better in real life. You'll have to let me know in the comment section what you guys think. So that's going to be it for now then. Peace, boys. Keep that shit breezy. Safe.